Break the board sports. Here we go on Tuesday, your NHL hockey betting slate. Click that like, hit subscribe now. Monday, we went 1-1. San Jose Sharks, easy cash for us. We also had the Devils. They were up 2-1 early and then fell apart, lost that one 5-3. Back on the break tonight. Let's hop into it again, going through all of our games, starting off with the Boston Bruins heading to face the Detroit Red Wings. Now, Red Wings right now, a $2 favorite in the market here against the Red Wings, plus 165 on the comeback is the Bruins. Red Wings, 58% ticket count, but only 28% of the handle laying the $2. Bruins, 42% of ticket count, getting 72% of the handle. Your over-under sets at 5.5, 77% of ticket count, 84% of the bets to the over, 23% of ticket count, 16% of the handle to the under. Now, when you look at this, these two teams just matched up the other night. Of course, Boston, they're fighting some injuries. 15-12 straight up, but 19-8 on the puck line are the Bruins. 13-11-2 for the Red Wings straight up, 13-13 on the puck line. Bruins have a losing record on the road, 6-7 this year compared to the Red Wings, 8-6-1 at home. They just played on November 29th again, 48 hours ago. About 72 hours now. Boston won that one in Boston 3-2 in a shootout, giving the Bruins 6 of the last 10 matchups won in the series. Boston 11-5 straight up their last 16 overall. Detroit, they started off pretty good, but now they're on a little bit of a skid themselves, 1-5 over their last 6. The over is cashed 6 of the last 7 home games for the Detroit Red Wings, but head-to-head between these two teams, the under has came in 4 of the last 5, and the unders also cashed 4 of the last 5 of the Bruins games on the road. Boston, though, versus Detroit, I talked about 6 of the last 10, but especially the last 5 is what you need to focus on. They've taken 4 out of the last 5 against the Red Wings. With that being said, I'm not excited about laying $2. I have to find something to go with it, but I do like the Red Wings here, even minus the $2. Like I said, I would find something somewhere along the line I could put it with. Possibly down the road as we get to looking at this thing, maybe the Avalanche. I mean, I just feel like the Avalanche never lose. But we'll definitely find a dance partner, and I'll play the Red Wings minus the $2. That's something you don't want to make a habit of. But again, I just really like the Detroit Red Wings in the bounce back spot, revenge spot. And then, of course, like we said, the Bruins, they got all kinds of injuries all over the board that they're dealing with. Next game on the board, we want to get into the Ottawa Senators at the Montreal Canadiens. Now, this one's minus 110 both ways. 42% of the ticket count, 55% of the handle going to the visiting Senators. 58% ticket count, 45% of the handle going to the home team Canadiens. Your over-under sets at 6 for this matchup. 57% of ticket count equaling 83% of the handle going over. 43% of ticket count equaling 17% of the handle going to the under in this one. Now, when you look at this game, dive into it. 12-9-4 is the Ottawa Senators straight up on the year, 8-17 on the puck line. They're a 500 team on the road. Canadiens 13-8-3 straight up, 11-13 on the puck line. They are 6-5-1 at home this year. Now, these two teams, again, we talk about rematches. These teams just met up back on November 1st, about a month ago. Canadiens won that 4-3 in overtime in Montreal. Ottawa has taken 6 of the last 10 matchups versus the Canadiens. Ottawa, though, overall just 1-4 their last 5 meetings with the Canadiens. The over has cashed 14 of the last 16 for the Canadiens, and between these two teams, when they play in Montreal, the over has cashed 5 of the last 7. Overall, 5 of the last 6 between these two teams have went over the total. In Montreal, 7 of their last 8 have went over the total. However, Montreal, they've been struggling as of late, 4-8 straight up their last 12. When I look at this, obviously, so much pointing to the over. I would look to that over 6, maybe do alt total. So if you go back to it, we were just talking about the Red Wings. Not sure we're on the overnight here, so just looking, you can get plus 110 with the alt total over 4.5 over at FanDuel. So again, maybe that's something you do get a little bit of plus money there. As far as the side, just going to stay away here in this one. Got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the New York Islanders. Now, the Lightning are laying $1.35 on the road, plus 115 on the comeback for the Islanders. Lightning, 72% ticket count, 62% of the handle, 28% ticket count on the hometown Islanders, equaling 38% of the handle. Your over-under sets at 6.5. Only 28% tickets and 10% of the handle going over. 72% of ticket count, 90% of the handle going to the under in this one. Now, Tampa Bay comes in 16-7-2, 13-12 on the puck line, and they've been great on the road. The Lightning are 8-2-2 on the road. They're actually better on the road than they are at home. Islanders 13-10-3 straight up on the year, 11-15 on the puck line, and they have a losing record at home, 5-6-2. These teams have not met yet this year. 7 of the last 10 meetings, though, have went to the Lightning. Now, Tampa Bay, they're on an absolute heater right now, winning 7 in a row. Islanders, they're coming off of a 3-game losing streak, all of them at home. Losses to the Bruins, losses to the Flyers, and losses to the Caps. Actually took them Sunday against the Caps. So Islanders really struggling. You wonder something's got to give in this one, right? Can Tampa Bay keep the winning streak up? Will the Islanders be able to end their losing streak? Tampa Bay, we talked about 7-game win streak. They've taken 4 of the last 5 against the Islanders, and Tampa's won 5 straight on the road. When these two teams meet in New York, Lightning 4-2 over the last 6 matchups. Islanders, we talked about 3-game losing streak and just 1-4 straight up their last 5. And in their last 7 home games, the Islanders have not been good. 1-6 straight up over the last 7. Again, I hate to step in front of something and get bit, but if I have to make a play, don't know if I'm going to get to the window yet, but I do know this. It's either the Tampa Bay Lightning or nothing. Click that like, hit subscribe. Next game on the board, Dallas Stars laying $1.30. Stars have been good to us. We had them Sunday night. They're laying $1.30 in Madison Square Garden. Rangers plus 110 as a home dog. 69% ticket count, 73% of the handle going to the Stars. 31% ticket count, 27% of the handle going to the New York Rangers. Now, your over-under sets at 5.5. A 79% ticket count, 81% of the handle going over. 21% ticket count, 19% of the handle going under. We've talked about this at length throughout the season. New York, home has been a house of horrors for them. They're just 2-8-1 at home, despite being 13-12, 2 straight up and 14-13 on the puck line. Now, the Dallas Stars have been so solid, so good. 17-5-4 straight up on the year, 11-15 on the puck line, and they've been awesome on the road. 9-1-3 are the Dallas Stars on the road. Now, these two teams have yet to play this season, but the Rangers hold the 6-4 advantage over the last 10 matchups. Stars are on a 4-game win streak, but they just haven't beat good teams is the problem. Edmonton, Seattle, Utah, and Ottawa, not the most impressive resume. Rangers had a 3-game winning streak. Then they ran into the buzzsaw that is the Tampa Bay Lightning we just talked about and their heater that they're on. When you dive in, Dallas 6-1 straight up their last 7 on the road, 5-1 straight up their last 6 overall. Rangers in the month of December, 1-7 over their last 8 games. The under is cashed 10 of the last 12 games at home for the Rangers. So 10-2 to the under for the Rangers, their last 12 home games. Between these two teams, Dallas and New York, when they hook up in New York, the under is cashed 5 of the last 7. The under is cashed overall 10 of the last 15 games for the Rangers. And again, just talking about it, Rangers, though, 5-2 straight up the last 7. They've had the edge in the series over the Stars. Stars, though, red hot, but like I said, they haven't played the greatest of teams. Rangers have been pathetic at home. Despite all that, I would actually lean Rangers here at plus money, plus $1.10. Typically, you got to pay a heavy juice. Again, I think there's value here with the Rangers, and they have played the Stars tough in the past. I would lean Rangers as a home dog. I would lean Tampa Bay Lightning, but so far, the only thing I'm playing is the Detroit Red Wings, though I hate to lay $2. Feel like obligated to in this matchup. Next game on the board, Toronto Maple Leafs at the Florida Panthers, and the Maple Leafs just going the wrong direction. Right now, the Panthers laying $1.65, plus 140 on the comeback for the Maple Leafs. Your over-under sets at 6. 61% ticket count, 52% of the handle to the under. 39% ticket count, 48% of the handle to the over. When you look at the side, 73% of bets are on Florida. Here's a problem. It's only equating to 16% of the handle. Tells me it's a very public side. 27% of ticket count, equaling 84% of the money, is on the visiting Maple Leafs, which tells me that's a little bit more of your pro action going on now. Toronto, 3-8 over their last 11, have not been good. They got Matthews back, still hasn't changed things. They're 1-4 straight up their last 5 versus the Florida Panthers. Florida, 6-1 straight up their last 7 home meetings with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And then it's been a cast of overs. Check this out. 15 of the last 20 games for the Maple Leafs, over the total. 7 of the last 10 on the road for Toronto, over the total. 5 of the last 6 for Florida overall, over the total. 5 of the last 7 between these two teams, over the total. And 4 of the last 5 games at home for the Panthers, over the total. So again, that 6.5, definitely something I would look at alt total. Maybe you put that alt total like over 4.5 and put it with the Detroit Red Wings there for your little parlay, kind of get the juice down on the Red Wings. But definitely, I think there's some liveness there to that. As far as the side, it would be Maple Leafs or nothing. I don't think Florida's good enough to be laying that kind of price either. Though Toronto has had their issues, 11-11-3 straight up on the year, 12-11-1 are the Panthers. Panthers 8-5-1 at home, as to where the Maple Leafs 3-7 on the road. They have yet to play this year, but Florida's taken 6 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams. It's kind of been win-loss for Toronto as of late, as to where Florida, they've lost back-to-back games at home against Philly and Calgary. The fact they've lost 2 in a row at home, I almost feel like they're due a win at home. That's just going to keep me off the Maple Leafs here. But I would do something again with that alt total to the over for sure. Calgary Flames at the Nashville Predators. Predators laying $1.20, comeback even money. 50% of ticket count is both ways, obviously, but 70% of the handle on the Flames, 30% of the handle on the Predators. You're over under 5.5, 60% of bets, 40% of the handle to the over, 40% of bets, 60% of the handle to the under in this one. When you tap into it, Calgary 4-2 straight up their last 6, but they're 5-10 the last 15 meetings with Nashville. I mean, Nashville's owned them. However, this is probably a good spot for Nashville because they need to be playing the Flames more, because right now they're just 4-12 over their last 16 and 1-6 straight up their last 7 at home. The over between these two teams in Nashville has cashed 6 of the last 9. I'll go ahead and I'll lay the $1.20 with the Nashville Predators. Again, 5-8-2 at home compared to on the road for Calgary, just 5-10-2. Now, these two teams played back November 1st in Nashville. Nashville won that one 4-2. I like them here laying the short price. Nashville Predators there on Broadway Street, minus $1.20. Vancouver Canucks at the Colorado Avalanche. Now, the Avalanche, I can't even believe I'm about to say this, 18-1-6 on the year. 18-1-6 on the year. 15-10 on the puck line. They're 10-0-2 at home. They'll welcome the Canucks, who are 10-13-2 on the year, 12-14 on the puck line, 7-6-2 on the road. These two teams just met November 9th. It took overtime, but the Avalanche got it done 5-4. Now, as far as the line, Avalanche laying 3.25, plus 260 on the comeback for the Canucks. 90% of ticket count, 87% of the handle is on the Avalanche, 10% of the bets, 13% of the handle on the Canucks. Your over-under sets at 6.5. Bets, ticket count, 50-50, but 69% of the money to the over, 31% of the money to the under on this one. Vancouver just 1-5 over their last 6. Colorado 11-1 over their last 12, but we talked about this, 18-1 on the year. They've won 8 straight at home. The unders cashed 4 of the last 5 for the Avalanche, and 6 of the last 9 at home against Vancouver have went to the under. Vancouver, however, 7-2 to the over their last 9 road games. When you look at this one, obviously, Colorado's on a heater. I can't lay $3, though. You're going to have to pay through the nose for the Colorado Avalanche for a while until they get off this run. But I'm not stepping in front of them. If anything, I would take Avalanche with the Red Wings. Again, I'm really big on the Red Wings tomorrow. But I would look at some different games. Maybe Avalanche get down 1-0 early. You can get them in play. I just can't step in front of them pre-flop right now. I think that's betting 101. When you have a team that's hot, you kind of got to lay off of it. Minnesota Wild at the Edmonton Oilers. Now, Minnesota, I had them the other night. They they really burned me bad. I thought they were in a good spot, but 14-7-5 on the year, 13-13 on the puck line, 6-4-1 on the road. Edmonton Oilers, they still have not found a goalie, and I just don't get it. 11-10-5 on the year, 9-17 on the puck line. They are 5-2-2 at home. These two teams have yet to play this year. Minnesota, I was riding them on that win streak. They had given me 7 in a row, then lost to Buffalo 3-2 in the shootout when I had them. So that one hurt. Last time out for Edmonton, they got the win against Seattle. Now, in this one, Edmonton laying $1.60 plus 136 on the comeback for the Wild. 62% ticket count equaling 21% of the handle on the Oilers. 38% ticket count equaling 79% of the handle is on the Minnesota Wild. Your over-under sets at 6. 63% of ticket count, 32% of the handle to the under. 37% of ticket count, 68% of the handle to the over in this one. Now, I like Edmonton minus $1.60. They're going to be my second in-play pocket. So I got Edmonton minus $1.60, Red Wings minus $2. And then again, I lean Tampa Bay Lightning minus $1.35. I lean the New York Rangers plus $1.10. And I'm also putting the Nashville Predators minus $1.20 in pocket. Next game on the board, Chicago Blackhawks at the Vegas Golden Knights. This line's way too high for me to touch. Vegas laying 290 plus 235 on the comeback for the Blackhawks. 75% ticket count equaling 37% of the handle on the Knights. 25% ticket count equaling 63% of the money on the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, your over-under sets at 6.5. 51% of the ticket count equaling 72% of the handle on the over. 49% ticket count equaling 28% of the handle on the under for this one. Blackhawks 11-9-5 on the year, but 20-5 on the puck line. Would definitely look at the alt puck line in this one in your parlays. They're 5-4-2 on the road. Knights 6-4-4 at home. 11-6-8 overall, but 7-18 on the puck line. Knights have taken 6 of the last 10. However, they haven't played yet this year. Blackhawks, they finally got stopped that losing streak. We had them against the Ducks. They had a 5-game losing streak, finally snapped it last time out. And then the Vegas Golden Knights, they had a 4-game losing streak and snapped it against the San Jose Sharks their last time out. Vegas just 1-4 their last 5, 2-6 their last 8 at home. But when they're at home playing the Blackhawks, they're 8-2 over their last 10. Overall, the Knights 12-6 the last 18 matchups with the Blackhawks. Now, the Blackhawks have gotten off to a phenomenal start. I really like what I've saw, but they've started to dwindle away a little bit. Just 1-5 their last 6. Again, I like Blackhawks off puck line in any of your parlays. Last game on the board, want to touch on. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Washington Capitals at the LA Kings, and I love this game tonight. Kings laying at $1.25 plus 105 on the comeback for the Caps. Caps are getting 58% ticket count, 74% of the handle, 42% ticket count, 26% of the handle to the hometown LA Kings. 5.5 your total, 77% ticket count, 49% of the handle to the over, 23% ticket count equaling 51% of the handle to the under. Capitals, they've been on a heck of a run. 7-1 over their last 8, 4-1 over their last 5 matchups with the Kings. Now, the Kings, they're just 2-4 their last 6. They've been playing to the under a lot. 5 of the last 6 matchups between these two teams have went to the under. 5 of the last 6 home games for the Kings have went to the under. Capitals have really played well against Western Conference opponents. They're 5-1 over the last 6. The under, again, 5 of the last 7 games for the Kings have went under. And head-to-head, when these two teams play in LA, Capitals at Kings, the under is cashed 7 straight times. I'm going to say that again. The under is cast 7 straight times. So if you can find a 6, could be a good look for you. Now, Caps 15-9-2, 14-12 on the puck line, 6-4-1 on the road this year. Kings 12-6-7 straight up, 11-14 on the puck line. They've struggled so bad at home. 3-4-3. Now, these two teams just met about 2 weeks ago, back November 17th. Caps won that one 2-1 in Washington. And again, the Caps have taken 7-10. I like the Kings here 2 weeks later at home. Again, Caps are on a good run, but I like the Kings here. Caps going all the way across the country. I like the Kings here minus $1.25. I think you're going to have a lot of people, as you see, 58% of tickets, 74% of the handle jumping on the Caps. I'll go the other way with the short favorite Kings minus $1.25, Predators minus $1.20, Red Wings plus $2, and the Edmonton Oilers minus $1.60. Those are going to be the plays for Tuesday. My leans, I lean Rangers plus 110. I lean Lightning minus $1.35. Again, I would do something where you get the total there, or the alt puck line of the Blackhawks in there somewhere. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Break the Board Sports, where we help you become a better handicapper with stats, trends, and information. God bless and happy handicapping.